कर कर बीनते राधा स्वामी आगे, दया करो राधा मेरे चित चरण लागे। जन्म जन्म रही भूल में नहीं पाया भेदा, काल कर्म के जाल में रही भोग दुखेदा। जगत जीव भर मगहिर निज चारो धारे, ज्ञानी जोगी तिल रहे सब मन के घारे। भाग जगा मेरा आएगा, मिल सदगुरु आए। राधा स्वामी धाम का मन भेद जनाए। ऊंचा से ऊंचा देश है आओ अजर की गाने, बिना संग मावे नहीं सुत शब्द निशाने। राधा स्वामी नाम की महिमा सुनाए, विरह राग जगाए नर पहुँचु भाई। साधु संग कर सार रस मैंने पियाया भाई। प्रेम लगा गुरु चरण में मन संतन आए। कर पय बेकल रहो रस पिया घर जाए। दर्शन रसन गहि रहो गह मन गिरताए। सूरज चढ़े आकाश में कर सबल विनाशा। भावन भावन निरखन करे भव निज घर आशा। हृदय आशा मेरे मन वसे रहे चित उदासा। विनय सुनो कृपा करो सिद्ध चरण निवासा। तुम बिना कोई समरथ नहीं, जस मागो नाना। प्रेम धार वर भागर बोलो अमृत खाना। दीन दयाल दया करो मेरे समरथ स्वामी। कर करो गावत रहो जिन राधा स्वामी। तुम बिना कोई समरथ नहीं, जस मांगो नाना। प्रेम भार वर भागर बोलो अमृत खाना। दीन दयाल दया करो मेरे समरथ स्वामी। कर करो गावत रहो जिन राधा स्वामी। कर करो गावत रहो जिन राधा स्वामी। बार बार करो जोरदार सविनय करो पुकार। साधु संग महि देव परम गुरु आधार। कृपा सिंधु समरथ पुरुष आदि अनादि अपार। राधा स्वामी परम विदु मैं तुम सदा आधार। बार बार बर जाओ धनवरो आई चरण पार। मैं मुखरे मैं गाऊं मेहर करी जस कृपा करो। धन्य धन्य गुरुदेव दया सिंधु धरि नीत करो जग सेवा। अचल भक्ति महि दे प्रभु दीन अभिनय नाथ। भाग्य हाथ मयान करो अब राखो निज सार। दीन दयाल कृपानिधि काम क्रोध मद लोभ सब विधि हारै। प्रभु राखो मेरी लाज तुम धारे अब मैं भरा। राधा स्वामी गुरु समरथ तुम बिना और न दूसरा। अब करो दया पर तुम धारे तीनों के। दया करो मेरे साया देव प्रेम की रात। दुख सुख कछु मेरी छोटे सब दुकान। दया करो मेरे साया देव प्रेम की रात। दुख सुख कछु मेरी छोटे सब दुकान। बार बार करो जोड़ कर सविनय करो पुकार। साधु संग महि दे परम गुरु नारायण। साधु संग महि दे Parapitanaya Guru Brahma, Guru Vishnu, Guru Deva Maheshwara, Guru Deva Parama Brahma, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Akhanda Vyaptam Jena Characharam, Tatpadam Jena, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Ajnanam Dhyasya Jnanam Jaram Saladayam, Chakshurvidam Jena, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Avranjam Namyam Jena Krishna Jaracharam, Tatpadam Jena, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Chittena Parivyaktam Tailam Jaracharam, Tatpadam Jena, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Nagrurodhikam Datam Nagrurodhikam Tapam Tattvajanadaparamasti Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Mannath Shri Jagannath Madhuru Shri Jagadguru Aladma Sarvapuratma Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Guru Radharanicha Guru Paramadaimadam Guru Galadharavanaste Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Brahmanandam Paramadam Kevalam Jnanamurtim Nandātītam Kapurasādisham Tattvamasādilaksham Ekam Nityam Vimalam Chalam Sarvadhi Sakshibhutam Bhavatītam Tribhunarhitam Sadgurunam Namami Sadgurunam Namami Sadgurunam Namami.
Now we will meditate for 5 minutes and a special prayer for Alponama's mother who is being treated in India for her COVID situation. So please pray on the lotus feet of Sri Thakur as she could recover quickly. So meditation for 5 minutes.
वन्दे पुरुषोत्तमम् वन्दे पुरुषोत्तमम् वन्दे पुरुषोत्तमम्।
Satsang Oceania in Bengali পরম প্রেমময় শ্রী শ্রী ঠাকুর অনুকূল চন্দ্রের সত্যানুসরণ থেকে পাঠ। তুমি যেমনতর প্রকৃত হবে, প্রকৃতি তোমায় তেমনতর উপাধি নিশ্চয় দেবেন এবং নিজের ভিতরে তেমন অধিকারও দেবেন। ইহা নিত্য প্রত্যক্ষ করছো, তবে আর চাইবে কি? প্রাণপণে প্রকৃত হতে চেষ্টা করো। পরে না পাশ করলে কি ইউনিভার্সিটি কাউকে উপাধি দিয়ে থাকে? ভুলেও নিজেকে প্রচার করতে যেও না, বা নিজেকে প্রচার করতে কাউকে অনুরোধ, তাহলে সবাই তোমাকে ঘৃণা করবে আর তোমা হতে দূরে সরে যাবে। তুমি যদি কোনো সত্য জেনে থাকো আর তা যদি মঙ্গলপ্রদ বলে জানো, প্রাণপণে তাই বলো আর সবাইকে জানতে অনুরোধ করো। বুঝতে পারলে সবাই তোমার কথা শুনবে এবং তোমার অনুসরণ করবে। তুমি যদি সত্য দেখে থাকো, বুঝে থাকো, তবে তোমার কায় মন বাক্যে তা ফুটে বেরোবে। তুমি তাতে হারিয়ে না যাওয়া পর্যন্ত কিছুতেই স্থির থাকতে পারবে না। সূর্যকে কি অন্ধকারে ঢেকে রাখতে পারে? জয়গুরু।
परम प्रेममय श्री ठाकुर अनुकूल चंद्र जी का सत्यानुसरण इंग्लिश ट्रांसलेशन। To the extent you are genuine, nature shall honor you with endowments and provide you with her appropriate privileges. You see this every day. Then what more do you want? Just try wholeheartedly to be genuine. Does the university honor anyone with a degree unless he has studied and passed? Do not propagate yourself even by mistake, and don't request anyone to do it for you. Then everyone will hate you and will leave you. If you really have known some truth, and if you think it is beneficial, speak to your utmost about it and request everyone to know it. If they understand, they will listen and follow you. If you have seen and understood truth, it will surely burst forth in your thought, word, and deed. You will know no rest until you are lost in it. Can darkness cover the sun? सत्यानुसरण हिंदी ट्रांसलेशन, हिंदी अनुवाद। तुम जिस तरह प्रकृत होगे, प्रकृति तुम्हें उस तरह की उपाधि निश्चय देगी एवं तुम्हारे अंदर वैसा अधिकार भी देगी। इसे नित्य प्रत्यक्ष कर रहे हो तो तुम्हें और क्या चाहिए? प्राणपण से प्रकृत होने की चेष्टा करो। पढ़कर पास किए बिना क्या यूनिवर्सिटी किसी को उपाधि देती है? भूल कर भी अपना प्रचार करने मत जाना या अपना प्रचार करने के लिए किसी से अनुरोध करना। ऐसा करने से सभी तुमसे घृणा करेंगे और तुमसे दूर हट जाएंगे। यदि किसी सत्य को जानते हो और उसे यदि मंगलप्रद समझते हो, प्राणपण से उसके ही विषय में बोलो एवं सभी से जानने के लिए अनुरोध करो। समझने पर सभी तुम्हारी बात सुनेंगे एवं तुम्हारा अनुसरण करेंगे। यदि तुमने सत्य देखा है, समझा है, तो तुम्हारे कायो मनोवाक्य से वो प्रस्फुटित होगा ही। तुम जब तक उसमें खो नहीं जाते, तब तक किसी भी तरह स्थिर नहीं रह सकोगे। सूर्य को क्या अंधकार ढक कर रख सकता है? वंदे पुरुषोत्तम।
পরম প্রেমময় পরম দয়াল শ্রী ঠাকুরের নারীর নীতি গ্রন্থ থেকে পাঠ। বিষয় বিবাহে অনুলোম ও প্রতিলোম। অনুলোম যেমন উন্নতকে প্রসব করে, প্রতিলোম তেমনি অবনতিকে বৃদ্ধি করে। তাই প্রতিলোম বিবাহ এমনতর পাপ, যাহা নিজের বংশকে ধ্বংসে অবসান্ত করেই, তাহা ছাড়া পারিপার্শ্বিক বা সমাজকেও ঘাড় ধরিয়া বিধ্বস্তির দিকে চালিত করে। অসতী স্ত্রীর নিষ্কৃতি বরং সম্ভব, কিন্তু প্রতিলোমহীনত্বের অপলাপ অত্যন্তই দুষ্কর। বাণী সংখ্যা 80।
जय गुरु। नारी नीति का हिंदी रूपांतर। विवाह में अनुलोम और प्रतिलोम। अनुलोम जिस प्रकार उन्नत को प्रसव करता है, प्रतिलोम उसी प्रकार ही अवनति की वृद्धि करता है। इसलिए प्रतिलोम विवाह ऐसा पाप है जो अपने वंश को ध्वंस में अवसान तो करता ही है, इसके अलावा पारस्परिक या समाज की भी गर्दन पकड़कर विश्वस्ती की दिशा में परिचालित करता है। असती स्त्री की निष्कृति वरन संभव है, किंतु प्रतिलोमहीनत्व का अपलाप अत्यंत ही दुष्कर है। जय गुरु।
The Message, Volume 4. Association. Association is the normal guide of character and of interest in good or evil. The man selects association according to his temperament.
Now I would like to request Snehama for presenting her bhajan. Snehama, if you are here.
Yeah, Jai Guru.
Jai Guru.
प्रभु अवतार पालक अभयनायक पृथ्वी नायक से अभिधायक आनक उज्ज्वल पावक पुरुष आनक उज्ज्वल पावक पुरुष पुरुष प्रभु देवदाता प्रभु अवतार प्रभु अवतार ठाकुर जी मेरे परम वैशिष्ट पाली अपुरयमान जीवन प्राण केंद्र परमाधार सुवन विभूषित करुणापार सुवन विभूषित करुणापार सनातन इष्टनाम अमृत आधार प्रभु अवतार प्रभु अवतार ठाकुर जी मेरे परम दयाल परम करुणाधर सत्य निरंजन परम करुणाधर सत्य निरंजन प्रभु अवतार प्रभु अवतार प्रभु अवतार ठाकुर जी मेरे ठाकुर जी मेरे ठाकुर जी मेरे परम दयाल। जय गुरु।
Joy Guru Snehama. That was very enlightening bhajan, as always. You got a God-gifted voice. So thank you for being with us and presenting this bhajan. I pray on the lotus feet of Sri Sri Thakur for your well-being. Jai Guru.
जय गुरु।
May I request now Vivek to do a bit of discussion on Satyanusaran. Vivek.
Jai Guru. Just everyone can hear me, right?
Yes, it's all good.
Yeah, that's thank you. And I'll try and please jump in anytime if anyone feel like. Just in today's what Sisi Thakur's saying here, to the extent you are genuine, nature shall honor you with endowments and provide you with her appropriate privileges. So where it is that where you treat nature, nature will do the same with you. And second part is talking about that just try wholeheartedly to be genuine. So, and at the same time, does the university honor anyone with a degree unless he has studied and passed? So what is talking about that efforts equal to outcomes. And just I was going through Posanga Satsang, and what Sisi Bodha here saying, I think he was asking, how do you define genuine? How someone can be genuine? and and what he's saying here, okay, you can be genuine, um, uh, or you can be prokito by doing good and positive thinking. Try to do what you say. Always do positive, say honest thinking, honest talking, honest, and always do the right things. So when someone keep doing this, then someone can be genuine. And there he was giving an example in a way that when you call someone think a notorious murderer, or when you call someone a notorious thief, um, when you say someone notorious murderer, that means that person, I think, mm, been killing people for long. So it's what Sisi Bodda saying here. So to be to be um, to be a to be a genuine, to be a real devotee, what you need to do, you need to keep following Sisi Thakur. And when you keep following Sisi Thakur, one day will become true devotee. So that was the first para, and second one is talking about don't propagate yourself even by mistake. So what that is, I think, is more or less goes with what we've been discussing last week. It was name and fame. Never think about or never go for name and fame. More or less same things. Do not propagate yourself. So, and also do not ask anyone else to propagate for you. And then what that gonna happen? Everyone will hate you and will leave you. So I think it's to me it's more or less self-explanatory. And also going through what Sisi Boda was having some discussion in Prasanga Satsang, and where he was talking about someone, it's not someone, Jiten Doluida was asking what do you mean, or what do you mean by propagation? He's talking about that time he was referring to Rabindranath Tagore, and he was talking about when you keep propagating yourself, when you asking someone else to propagate for you, that more or less bring no fame for you, and that's what he's talking about is that brings hate, and the result gonna be people gonna be leaving you, no one gonna be listening to you. And but at the same time, Sisi Bodda was saying that but if there's anything, any quality, any characteristic within you, which is and if you propagate, if you share with everyone, and if that beneficial to other people, you can do that, but within limit. So make sure when you're doing that, it doesn't become that you propagating yourself. It should be in there that what are you saying about yourself who is more or less beneficial to others. And the next one is what Sisi Thakur saying here. If you really have known some truth, and if you think it is beneficial, speak to your utmost about it and request everyone to know it. And if they understand, they listen and follow you. So it's all about it's all about the truth, and it's all about the it's all about the knowledge, and it's all about it's talking about if you know truth, and then you thinking that is beneficial for everyone, then and he's what Sisi Thakur saying here, then try your best to share with everyone. And then I think we say in Prasanga Satsang, Sisi Bodha was saying that if someone's saying that eating fish is good for you, but if you think that's not the good things, then you will go and say no. So but what is talking about here, that is all about what do you mean by truth. Truth means you following the path of Thakur. So if you know the truth, and if you feel that, if you can feel the truth, that following Thakur, you can what do you call it, you can achieve isto. That means you should be you should be sharing that with everyone. You should be going out telling everyone that there's the truth, follow Thakur, there's the truth. So, and that is beneficial for everyone. So there's there. And the final one here is if you have seen and understood truth, it is surely burst forth in your thought, word and deed. So that's again going back to the things that if you know the truth, when you're talking about you know the truth, that means you following Thakur, Sisi Thakur. So when you follow Sisi Thakur, then you go out and tell everyone, which I just mentioned about, and then when you understood that, when you start following that, and I think that's what some of the discussion earlier, that when you started following Thakur, when you started doing that, then your surrounding will start seeing that in you. And when people start seeing that in you, um, and you then basically you gonna be, or what is talking about, that you gonna be lost into it. You gonna be devote yourself to that. You're gonna be devote yourself to Thakur. And also what also is saying, I think is sending about, can darkness cover the sun? What is talking about, when you do have the knowledge, when you do have the knowledge, and when you following the truth, and then misinformation never gonna able to get to you. I think that's all for me. Joy Guru. Just feel free to add anyone. I think I'm pretty new and trying my best.
Jai Guru Vivek, very nice explanation. You've been a very new disciple of Thakurji, not even a month now, but you have explained quite well. Very, very nice. Very nice. I'll just add a couple of things. One is Shatta, like the message that we had is genuine, and I'll just so the first one is Thakurji asking us to be genuine, and if we are genuine, then that's the kind of best example in our life, and then we would get the nature will kind of support us as well at that time, like if we are genuine. Otherwise, we'll get the slap from the nature as well if we are fake, And then Thakurji says, don't propagate yourself, even by mistake, and don't request anyone to do it for you. Then everyone will hate and will leave you. So that's the kind of problem for most of us, like what we do is, rather than talking about our ideal, we talk about ourselves sometimes, And Thakurji wanted us to be aware of that and he asked us not to do that. What happens like when we speak about ourselves, like our pride becomes prominent at the time, and when our pride plays a role, that means we became complex driven. We are not driven by Ishta or our ideal. Like whatever he wants us to do, we don't do that. Rather than whatever serves our complexes, rather than serving our Lord, we do that. And what at the end, what we get, again, the message is to be genuine, otherwise nature will not honor you, then what we get is all the degradation or insult from nature or the environment. So it's again like asking us to be very genuine. Then he says, if you really have known some truth, and if you think it's beneficial, speak to your utmost about it and request everyone to know it. If they understand, they will listen and follow you. So the truth means, like in Bengali, the word is satta. Satta, Thakurji has said, the satta has come from the root word ash. Ash is astitya, existence. So in Thakurji's principle for being and becoming, like our existence and our growth, that's the two things that he wanted us to achieve. Like hold our existence, like if we don't exist, then how we can serve. So your own existence and your own growth along with the environment by following him. That's his core message. So if we really have known some truth, and known here means, like if we have realized that truth, realization of truth is like, as Shishi Bodda has given a very simple example, as Vivek said, like if we know that, don't eat fish, and someone will comment, okay, fish is good for health and all that. But if you really know the truth that, look, fish is this, and, like if we eat it, then it has a lot of other impacts, though it is probably good for protein. But at the end, like if you do a lot of analysis and stuff that Thakurji has told us, like has taught us, we find that it's really not that good for health, So we'll have consequences, all the toxins come out from non-vegetarian food and all that. So if you realize that in your life, and that kind of things or other truth, just speak about it, to your utmost and request everyone to know it. And if they understand, they will listen and follow you. And if they do understand it, then they will follow it. So I'll just give you a very simple example here in my life, actually, again, talking about me, but I think it's a kind of beneficial. When we became vegetarian in our place, like my father took initiation, and he, at the same day, he became vegetarian. And all the neighbors, like they said, like, this man, to my father, he just got insult like this. This man is going to kill his children, because they are not serving them vegetarian food, and where the protein will come from, and all those things. And it became, it's a kind of big issue, because at that time, like in Bengal, like other parts of India, a lot of vegetarians there, but Bengal and I think Odisha also, very few people are vegetarian. And in those days, like when Thakurji's philosophy was not known to people and all that, and that was a kind of challenge for my father, like, and he was insulted like this, that he is going to kill his children, And then my father took that challenge and said, look, this is what my master has said, and we will see, like, if my children is getting killed or kind of ill nutrition because of non-veg, or they become, like grown up and see, like, we'll see that. It's a kind of experiment for me too, because my master want me to do this, And then, so we have seen that, like my father had to go through things, but he spoke out to people like, no, we're not going to change it, like he was very firm from the very beginning of that day he took initiation, and he said, no, this is the truth, And all his friends, like, were doctors and teachers and all that, like big swords and everyone, they had this kind of comments to my father. And my father took that as a challenge, like, then they found, like, well, like what we see in these days, in our locality, probably a few lakhs of people are kind of Thakurji's disciple, and thousands of people, speak about it, and that is beneficial to the society, And so that's one thing. And then next message is, again, like that is helping us for our own existence and our growth as well, And then he said, if you have seen and understood truth, it will surely burst forth in your thought, word, and deed. You will know no rest until you are lost in it. Can darkness cover the sun? So again, like if we understood truth or realized truth, that's what I said, it will surely burst forth in your thought, word, and deed. And that's the sign of a true devotee, The true devotees always want to speak about truth, about their master, about the existence and growth, like being and becoming. And they always do that, like you will find Ritviks, like who are really good devotee, they are always speaking about Thakurji, always, non-stop, and they have no rest. So that's the kind of devotee that Thakurji wanted us to be, like people like Kishori Mohan, who was Thakurji's own disciple, and other people, and when Thakurji was not kind of known as Sri Thakur in this world, like at the very beginning of very kind of beginning, I think Kishori Mohan wanted to say that he is God, and Thakur one day scolded him like anything, like what you are doing, and he said, look, I know this truth. I know this truth, and you are the prophet, you are the God and all that, and there is a story behind it. And Thakurji was about to kind of slap him, and he came and then he went away and he said, like, look, Kishori Mohan, another person, Thakurji spoke to another person and said, look, Kishori Mohan, he is doing all this nonsense, can you go and speak to him? Stop it, he is going to be kind of harmed by the people, like if he does that. And then that person, I forgot his name, went to Kishori Mohan and said, look, Thakurji said, like, you're doing something very bad and, like, you should stop it and all that. What happens? Can I get the detail from you? And he said, look, I know Thakur as God, my Lord, and I want to speak about it to people. And Thakurji is saying that if I do that, like that is not going to happen and all that things, he asking me not to do that and all that, Then both of them came to Thakur. Both of them came to Thakur. And Thakurji was very angry again to Kishori Mohan and said, like, look, you are nonsense and all these things and you are doing all these things, like, the consequences, what can happen to you. I'm just worried for you and all that things, And then Kishori Mohan said, I can't stop it. I can't stop it. So he is kind of real devotee, like then he spoke about Thakurji to his neighbors and all the people around him. And that's how, like, Thakurji was known. So because he found that truth within Thakur and like, so that's the kind of message, like if we know truth and if we are real devotee of him, we won't be taking rest, and we will be always speaking about him, not speaking about us. So the previous message was speaking about us, then speaking about him, the truth. And who is the truth? Truth is that who could fulfill us in all respect. And he is Sri Thakur Ankul Chandra, who could fulfill us in all respect. And he has given that philosophy to us. And we just need to talk about him, his compassionate heart, his work for people and all that thing, whatever he has done for the mankind. And we will be just talking about him if we are a true devotee, like we won't talk about us at the time when we know about him. So if we become a true devotee, we'll be just doing that. And that's what Thakurji's message is. Like if you know the truth, talk about it. And then that will be beneficial to the whole mankind. So those who have taken initiation, like he wanted us to be the true devotee and speak about him. That's the process of Jajan. He has given these 3 pillars of life: Jajan, Jajan, and Istavritti. So Jajan is that, speak about him. And true devotees, as I said, like there are Ritviks who doesn't take any rest, but to speak about him all the time. So that's the message I guess on this one. So if anyone want to discuss anything else, please jump in, or else we'll move to Nariniti discussion.
जय गुरु।
आप कीजिए।
बताएगा तब।
बोल तो दिए ना।
नहीं बताया, इसमें कुछ नहीं बोला, आप शुरू कर दीजिए।
शारदा स्टार्ट कीजिए। आपको सुनाई नहीं दे रहा, जस्ट मेक द वॉल्यूम लिटिल बिट हायर।
आवाज ठीक है?
कम है आवाज?
आपका सही आ रहा है।
अब ठीक है?
हाँ जी।
ओके। आज के टॉपिक में ठाकुर जी के द्वारा कहा हुआ है कि विवाह में अनुलोम और प्रतिलोम। ऐसे तो लगातार पिछले 5-6 टॉपिक से उन्होंने विवाह पे बहुत ज्यादा ही चर्चा कर, उनके हर टॉपिक में विवाह से संबंधित बातचीत हो रही है। यहाँ पे भी वही कह रहे हैं कि विवाह में अगर अनुलोम और प्रतिलोम, यहाँ अनुलोम का मतलब जैसे मन के अनुकूल और प्रतिलोम यानी विपरीत। तो यहाँ पे करें अनुलोम जिस प्रकार उन्नत को प्रसव करता है। अगर आपके अनुकूल आपका संबंध किसी से होता है तो वह आपको उन्नति के रास्ते में ले जाता है, वह आपको अच्छा रास्ता, अच्छा पथ, रास्ता दिखलाएगा। परंतु अगर वही आपके स्वभाव, आपके परिवार के विपरीत अगर विवाह होता है तो वह अवनति की वृद्धि करता है, यानी वह विनाश की ओर ले जाता है। इसलिए प्रतिलोम विवाह ऐसा पाप है जो कि अपने वंश को ध्वंस में अवसान तो करता ही है, इसके अलावा पारिस्परिक या समाज की भी गर्दन पकड़कर विध्वंसित की दिशा में परिचालित करता है। तो यहाँ पे कह रहे हैं कि अगर परिवार के अनुकूल, मन के अनुकूल अगर विवाह नहीं हो पाता है तो वह ऐसा एक जहर के समान है या एक ऐसा पाप के समान है जो उस पूरे परिवार को या उस पूरे वंश को ही विध्वंस की ओर यानी विनाश की ओर लेके चल देता है। और साथ ही साथ उस परिवार के साथ साथ आस पड़ोस में जो जितने भी फैमिली है, परिवार है या वह समाज है, सबको वह गलत रास्ते पर लेकर चल देता है। फिर यहाँ पे वे कह रहे हैं कि असती स्त्री की निष्कृति वरण संभव है, किंतु प्रतिलोमज का हीनत्व अपलाप अत्यंत ही दुष्कर है। यहाँ पे उनका कहना है कि जैसे अगर प्रतिलोम विवाह के कारण उस परिवार के हर व्यक्ति के मन में, उस समाज के हर व्यक्ति के मन में जो एक हीन भावना उत्पन्न होती है, उससे छुटकारा पाना बहुत ही मुश्किल हो जाता है। भले वह जो व्यभिचारिणी, असती का मतलब यहाँ पे व्यभिचारिणी या जो उस परिवार के अनुकूल नहीं है, उस स्त्री से छुटकारा तो हो सकता है, लेकिन उसके व्यवहार के कारण उस परिवार के हर व्यक्ति में जो हीन की भावना उसमें समा गई है, उससे छुटकारा पाना बहुत ही मुश्किल है। जय गुरु। इसमें और कुछ जैसे कुछ जोड़ना है तो जोड़।
Jai Guru. Indirama, if you are there, if you would like to add anything into that.
ना गुरु, ना जितना हुआ है काफी है, प्लीज आप आगे बढ़िए। जय गुरु।
Jai Guru. Jai Guru. Jai Guru. Thank you, Sardama. So I would request for one bhajan now. So our next bhajan presenter, so can I now request Pravinda from Kolkata to present his bhajan?
Jai Guru.
Jai Guru. Jai Guru Pravinda.
जय तू परम दया, जय तू परम दया, जय तू परम दया, परम पिता ठाकुर हे अवतारे, परम पिता ठाकुर हे अवतारे, प्रणमामि हे कृपा, जय तू परम दया, ज्योतिविभाषित करुणायंकित दिव्यानन सुंदर शोभित ज्योतिविभाषित करुणायंकित दिव्यानन सुंदर शोभित हे परमेश्वर प्रेमी सुधाकर हे परमेश्वर प्रेमी सुधाकर प्रणमामि हे कृपा जयतु परम दया अनाथ वत्सल प्राणन परिमल हेम विधाता मूर्त मंगल अनाथ वत्सल प्राणन परिमल हेम विधाता मूर्त मंगल हे पुरुषोत्तम पावन परम हे पुरुषोत्तम पावन परम प्रणमामि हे कृपा जयतु परम दया दीन तारण शांति पावन उद्धाता गुरु मुक्ति साधन दीन तारण शांति पावन उद्धाता गुरु मुक्ति साधन मालिक ईश्वर स्वामी चराचर मालिक ईश्वर स्वामी चराचर प्रणमामि हे कृपा जयतु परम दया जगत पिता प्रभु तेरे शरण में आश्रय दो प्रभु तेरे चरण में जगत पिता प्रभु तेरे शरण में आश्रय दो प्रभु तेरे चरण में मरण त्राता जीवन दाता मरण त्राता जीवन दाता प्रणमामि हे कृपा जयतु परम दया जयतु परम दया परम पिता ठाकुर हे अवतारी परम पिता ठाकुर हे अवतारी प्रणमामि हे कृपा जयतु परम दया जयतु परम दया जयतु परम दया
Jai Guru Pravinda. That was very nice, very soulful song. Thank you for presenting this bhajan to us. I pray to Shashi Thakur on his lotus feet for your well-being. Thank you, Pravinda, again. So now I would like to request Himadrida from Badlapur to present his bhajan. Himadrida. Hello. Jai Guru Himadrita. Not that good. Not that good. Can you improve anything on that settings or anything? Your voice is not coming clear.
वो बोल रहा है उसका नेट का थोड़ा प्रॉब्लम है.
Okay, I'll go to the next then, and then I'll come back to Himadrita later on. Okay.
हिमाद्री अभी नेट बराबर आया क्या हिमाद्री?
हाँ सुनाई दे रहा है मुझे अभी.
Yeah, that's better.
हाँ चलो.
Okay, आप start कीजिए.
परबो.
Yes दादा.
है करो. सुभाषदा बिल्कुल नहीं आ रहा है, उनको स्टॉप करा दो.
Pravinda, sorry, not Pravinda. Himadrita will have to come back to you later. We'll come back to you later. Your voice is not clear at all, and probably your network connection is not that good. आप बाद में कीजिएगा. Himadrita, your voice is not clear.
Dada, he may not be able to listen us, so
okay.
Should I mute him?
No,
so that we can proceed.
I think we will mute him. He can keep going, and we go into the next topic.
Okay, Himadrita, your voice is not clear, so I'll come back to you later. And can I just request now Deboshmitama to present her bhajan? Deboshmitama.
Jai Guru.
Jai Guru.
Am I audible?
Yes, you are. If you could increase the volume a little bit, that will be great.
Yeah, okay, sure. भजो मन ठाकुर चरण है धाम, 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 जप ले निश दिन अमृत प्रभु नाम, जप ले निश दिन अमृत प्रभु नाम, भज मन ठाकुर चरण है धाम, भज मन ठाकुर चरण है धाम, जीवन रक्षक सद्गुरु समर्थ, जीवन रक्षक सद्गुरु समर्थ, परम दयाल हरि नाम, परम दयाल हरि नाम, भज मन ठाकुर चरण है धाम, भज मन ठाकुर चरण है धाम। शोक ज्वाला शंका कारण दूर करे सब दुख वेदन। शोक ज्वाला शंका कारण दूर करे सब दुख वेदन। प्यासे मन में उष्ण तपन में, प्यासे मन में उष्ण तपन में शीतल वारी नाम। परम दयाल हरि नाम। भज मन ठाकुर चरण है धाम। भज मन ठाकुर चरण है धाम। पाप मिटेगा लोभ हिंसा, होगी अभय शांति की वर्षा। पाप मिटेगा लोभ हिंसा, होगी अभय शांति की वर्षा। शीत लहर में हिमल तन में, शीत लहर में हिमल तन में ज्योति तपन है नाम। परम दयाल हरि नाम। भज मन ठाकुर चरण है धाम। भज मन ठाकुर चरण है धाम। परम पुरुष प्रभु अंतर्यामी, अमर नाम के धाता नामी। परम पुरुष प्रभु अंतर्यामी, अमर नाम के धाता नामी। जन्म मरण में जीवन रण में, जन्म मरण में जीवन रण में उद्धाता है नाम। परम दयाल हरि नाम। भज मन ठाकुर चरण है धाम। भज मन ठाकुर चरण है धाम। जप ले निश दिन अमृत प्रभु नाम। जप ले निश दिन अमृत प्रभु नाम। भज मन ठाकुर चरण है धाम। 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 जय गुरु।
Jai Guru Devasmitama. Devasmitama is from Mumbai. So it's a very soulful song. Thank you for presenting this to us. And I pray to Shishi Thakur for your well-being. Jai Guru. Now I would like to request our guest speaker today, Dr. Vishwaranjan Nayak. So Dr. Nayak is a neurosurgeon working for Amri Hospital in Bhubaneswar. And he is also a Sahabrati Ritik of Shashi Thakur. He's very kind and compassionate doctor. So whenever there is a trouble from us or any Guru Bhais, if we approach him, he give me an answer within 5 minutes. So that's his genuinity. And, as he's a very kind and very compassionate doctor. So Dr. Nayak, please do some jajan for us today.
Jai Guru.
Jai Guru Dada, you can open your video as well. We could see you.
Okay. I'm audible?
Yes, you are. If you could increase the volume a little bit.
Okay. That is the maximum.
Okay, that's good. I can hear you.
Okay. Yeah, I'm really very lucky to be one of among you for this nice session, and I pray in in the lotus feet of Sri Thakur for the well-being of all of you and all of your families and all of your relatives and everybody in this world. As you know, we are facing a very severe crisis uh, throughout the world, and really my mind is a little tense actually. Because of the present situation, and we are getting so much of call every day, but we are not able to help the people. People are dying. People are not getting the ventilation. People are just dying in the ambulance, dying in the home, and the situation is really critical and very bad here. So I am not able to help them, and I'm trying a lot, but I know that the only solution is Thakur. Nobody can otherwise help, or nobody can bail this situation out of the out of this danger. So Sri Thakur told us about this type of situation will come, and this may not be the final situation that we're going through, and again will same similar situation will come again and again. So we have to be little bit of cautious regarding our daily living, and whatever we do with proper devotion and the ways Sri Thakur has given us. We should work in this the same way the Thakur that has given to us. Otherwise, definitely the danger is along with us and we'll be entrapped. Few minutes ago, every Subhasda was doing a suggestion regarding fees, not regarding what his father was told by his fellow villagers. And actually, everybody has gone the same situation. In my childhood, I was a non-vegetarian. I was a pure non-vegetarian, in fact, and used to take a lot of meat and fish and everything. But when I was initiated, from the day I was initiated, I left all these things. Even at that time, I have not taken Swastheni Vrata, but I have left everything because I loved him. After few months, I have again tried. Let me try again because I was eating so much. So I tried just a bit of chicken, and I felt that I am eating poison. My whole body was shivering at the time. I just shivered. So that kind of reaction can happen when you leave these dirty foods and again you start that. So what is told to us by Sri Thakur is a well proven fact. Like Isaac Newton has discovered the gravity. He has sat in, underneath an apple tree and just saw the apple is falling, and probably from that idea he discovered gravity. And we follow that. And we follow that, that is gravity, and everybody will realize and read about gravity. If you do not believe in that, then and you will tell that I will again discover gravity and I will sit in under a mango tree or banana tree or whatever tree you like, and you will try to rediscover gravity, then definitely you are going to waste your time and everything will be wasted in that manner. So what is proven, we have to follow that. So that whatever Sri Thakur has told, he he not only told only a few lines or few banners or few messages for us. He has practiced everything in his life and told that the whole thing can be practiced in life. After him, Sri Barda also have practiced the same thing in a similar manner. And after that, Sri Asas Devdada and Bhavai Dada regularly they are practicing whatever Sri Thakur has told them. So we also try to do that. In my MBBS days, when I was studying in the medical college, I was just new in the line of Sri Thakur, and I used to read Bhagavad Gita and Satyanusaran every day. In those time, I just read a single line of Satyanusaran, or maximum 2 lines of Satyanusaran. And my intention was that whatever line I read, I tried that line on that same day. So that line will be characterized inside me. So gradually, the whole Satyanusaran, the whole Nairaniti, and the whole books, whatever books of Sri Thakur you read, slowly get accumulated inside you, and you will see the reflection in the latter age. And that is a very beautiful thing. Slowly and steadily, you build up everything in your heart and in everything in your mind. So, and in that way, Thakur will be established in our heart and mind. And we need that. I don't have any separate existence other than Thakur. What what I'm whatever I am at present, only a disciple of Thakur. I'm nothing else. I'm just a simple man. I'm if somebody asks me what are you doing, I'm doing I'm doing the work of Sri Thakur. Whatever work I'm doing, the hospital work. Yeah, that is the work of the Sri Thakur. Thakur told me how to deal with the patient, how to deal with the patient's relative, how to deal with my colleagues. Everything has Sri Thakur told me in his book. So I have to do everything according to him. Wherever in the family, the way Sri Thakur told us, the way Sri Dada lead his family, the way Baba Dada lead his family, we should also lead our family in the very similar way. And if we're dealing our life in the very same way, there will be less chance of disaster in the family. Otherwise, you can know that whatever is happening around us. And Subhasda was telling about a story of Kisurida. Once, I have gone through the similar phase. I'm telling this because it is a good example and how one can adhere to your to the Acharya Dev, and this is an example, maybe an example for you. So I'm telling, I love them very much, even more than my family, and I travel a lot. Almost at that time, maybe every month, every 2 months, I go to Devghar. I sit in Nat Mandap with Sri Dada. I stand near Baba Dada. For whatever reason, once Sri Baba Dada stopped talking me. He usually talked very much, almost 1 or 2 hours every day. We usually talk at that time, but suddenly he stopped talking me. And that period was 1.5 years. You cannot imagine what was going under inside me. He was talking a person standing just left to me. He will talk a person who is standing just right to me, but he will not look at me. The torture I have gone through was tremendous because he loved me so much and suddenly stopped talking to me. Suddenly stopped talking to me. And but I was also that adamant. I was very much sure whatever you do, I am not going to leave you. I am not going to leave you. I will come. I will come every month. I will come whenever I will get a chance, and will stand with you. I will stand near you. And whatever Sri Thakur's work, I will do definitely, whatever be the situation. But he did not talk me. Okay, no problem. Then I have done everything. I was doing jajan. I was doing jajan, ishtavuti, swastini, sadachar. Everything I was doing. I was uh, doing my daily routine activities and family things and satsang activities. Everything was done. And after 1.5 year, he again called me, and the same situation begins. And he was very happy, and he gave after that a very critical work to me. And I'm very lucky that he selected me for that work. And it was a work of 6 months. You can imagine the work of 6 months. He told me do within 3 days. It was beyond my imagination, and it was Thakur's blessing and his guidance. I have done that work within 3 to 4 days, within the stipulated time that was given to me by him. and he was really appreciated that and was very happy for that. So good time will come, bad time will come, we'll stay with him, we'll serve him, we'll serve Sri Thakur in every respect. And that is the beauty of the life. Suppose I have lost everything. Suppose my hands are broken, my legs are broken in an accident, I'm get paralyzed. My mind is there. I can think about him. Suppose I get blinded, but I can remember him. So whatever thing I possess, suppose everything stopped, my ear get blocked, my eyes get blocked, my mouth's there, I'll talk about him definitely, no problem about that. So in every situation, we should try to establish him, to propagate him. This is the only motto. This should be the only motto in this life, because everything will be lost when we will die. Everything will be lost. We are not going to take anything from here other than the result of our own work. So many scientists, famous neurosurgeon, you can from America, his name is Evan Alexander. Another famous neuro psychiatrist, his name is Brainwise. They have done a lot of study, life after death, like what is the things happens to us when we die. Suppose somebody thinks that this is a fiction, nothing happens after the life, somebody died. But Western scientists from America, from Sweden, from all over Europe, they're doing a lot of research regarding this. And they're establishing that life, the soul is immortal. And so every one of us should try their best to establish Sri Thakur inside their own heart initially, then in their family, then in their area, then in their country. Our target is to establish Sri Thakur throughout the world. Otherwise, you can see the things, the world will damage in a single fraction of a second. Whatever the situation is going on, this virus, single virus is paralyzed the whole world. A single 2, 3 nuclear bomb will damage the whole world. Who can save us? Only Sri Thakur can save us. How? What is the way of saving? If everybody follows the ideal Sri Thakur, they follow the path of love. And through this path of love, we'll conquer everything. Every human being, everybody can be conquered by love. And Sri Thakur has not confined to any sect. He's not belong to us. He's for everybody. He's for the whole world. He was for the whole universe, in fact. Sri Thakur was telling a Christian should be a proper Christian, a Muslim should be a proper Muslim, and a Hindu should be a proper Hindu. So in several of his book, in several ways, he had described what should be done by us. And if we really do this type of work, Sri Thakur's blessing is always with us. He is almost present. He is always present with us. You cannot believe. When I was not initiated, I have gone to Devghar. I was in second year of my MBBS training. I was in Devghar. I was not initiated at that time. With my friends, I have gone there. At that time, I was searching for God. I was searching for a guru who can enlighten me, who can give enlightenment to me, and who can tell the truth of life. After that, after knowing that, you cannot, you there is nothing left again to be learned. So I was searching for a guru who can give me knowledge about everything. So I was searching. I was a plan to go Himalayas. I was searching in that way. So I went there, and I was initiated by Sisi Babai Dada, After get initiation, I was thinking that after getting initiation everything will be fine and I will be enlightened, because my aim was to get enlightenment and to know the real fact about the universe and truth about the universe. So after getting the initiation, I felt that yeah, I have get initiated, but I have not got anything. I am not enlightened. I was like that whatever I was 2 days back. So I decided that I will leave that. It is of no use to me because I was not enlightened. So I decided to leave satsang and leave diksha after reaching my home place. So there was a big story. When I was leaving Devghar, we are staying in the hospital campus. You must have seen that. And there is a big photo of Shashi Thakur standing on the grass floor. So I was sleeping on below that photo, but I have not seen that photo since last 4 to 5 days, whatever period I was staying in that hospital room. So everybody has left that room. It was almost 12 noon, 12 to 12:30 noon at that time in the daylight. When I was leaving that room, somebody called me from the behind, some called me from back. I know that nobody in the room, but who is calling me? I just confused and I just look back and I have seen nobody was there. Then I just started walking. Just I've taken a step. Somebody again called me by my name. Yeah, who is calling me? I just pondered that who is calling me. Again, I look back. There was nobody. Then, after taking the third step, again somebody called me. And that time, I just looked back in a such a way that my eyes fall on the statue and the photo of Sri Thakur directly. And in that daylight, probably I may say that I was really confused that whether I'm dreaming or not. Is there any hallucination or not? But I have not taken any weeds or anything like that. I was in satsang. My eyes fall on the photo of Sri Thakur, and as if he's talking to me directly. He called me that I was waiting for you for so many years, but you have come here so lately and you are going away. Then I just confused. I get confused at that time that I have not seen him, and how can he wait for me for such a long time? So I get actually I feared about that situation and I just ran away. I just ran away from that room. I thought that he might be doing some magic. So he just, I can see the waters from the eyes of the Sri Thakur, but I ran away from that room. And after that, uh, we all my friends were going away, and they have cast the vehicle that will take to the stations, the railway station of Jasidi. At that time also, I was alone near the Thakur Badi. I thought that yes, I am going, and I may not return again to Devghar, so better to give pranam to Sri Thakur for the last time. I was thinking that that will be the last time pranam to Sri Thakur. So I went there, and at that time also I was alone, and almost nobody was there around 200 meter. Almost 200 meter, there was nobody. Just by offering my prana, when I just I am trying to get off, again my eyes fall on the face of Sri Thakur, and I felt that as he's normal human being, as he's talking to me, that you have I was waiting for you, you come so lately and you are going away. And then I thought that it is daylight. What is happening with me? It's real or something is dream or hallucination? I was really confused. But his that situation was that is like that. I cannot matlab, as if I'm talking to, I'm not as if I'm talking to somebody in front of me. So I told him that I have classes, I am reading my course, so I have to go, and if possible I will come again. And I am giving you words that I will come definitely again, I will come again to see you. And then there was a smile, and I went away. So with such an intellect, because I have done my MBBS, I've done my MS, I have done my super specialization, and little bit of knowledge inside me about the hallucinations, illusion, delusion, and everything. So I can say by confirmation that was not an illusion or hallucination or whatever scientific language you tell. That was an original conversation. So Sisi Thakur is always with you. Sisi Thakur is with you, with your family, and with your everybody. He's, you can realize him. Sisi Dada is there. Sisi Baba Dada is always with you. So once upon a time, uh, there is a story that I was not able to. I am giving some example of my life that that may ignite the love for Sisi Thakur. I hope so. Uh, there was my exam time. I was not able to go to Devghar to meet Sisi Dada. So what I've decided, yeah, I'm not able to go. Let me give some gift to Sisi Dada. Some of my friends will give that gift to Sisi Dada. At least my gift will reach him, if not myself. So I just purchased a stone Ganesh Murti. That was around 25 rupees. 25 rupees, Indian rupees at that time. And I was packed it very nicely, and it was a gift pack. And I told my friends that we will directly hand it over to Sisi Dada. In that Dasara time, it was very rush at that time, very rush. So my friends were standing just in front of the Nat Mandap, and they are not able to go to the Nat Mandap to meet Sisi Dada. They are just standing there. At that time, Acharya Dev's eyes fall on that gift pack, and he called that boy. He just come here, and he went there and offered that gift to Sisi Dada. And he opened up. He opened up and found that idol, and he was very very happy. Really, I can believe that he was really happy, and he shows that idol to everybody sitting in that Nat Mandap. And finally, he told, wherever you stay, it doesn't matter. Your mind should be here. Your mind should be at the feet of Sisi Dada. So it doesn't matter whether you stay in Australia, you stay in New Zealand, you stay in America, Canada, Japan. This is all small distance. This doesn't matter if you compare to the whole universe. Just like my left hand and my right foot, the distance is like that. So Dada was telling, wherever you stay, your mind should be here. So whether you stay in Australia, it doesn't matter. Your mind should be at Devghar always. So our motto is to satisfy him with every respect. And whatever we'll do, that will be the reflection of Sri Thakur's work. That should be the way. Whatever you do, you are doing business, do according to the Panchaniti that was given by Sri Thakur. You are a doctor, do the treatment the way Sri Thakur was doing. You are an engineer, take the idea of Sri Dada, Sri Baba Dada, Sri Thakur's philosophy, the way they teach you the line of engineering, you do in that way only. For teachers, same way. Once I was talking to Sri Baba Dada, he was telling The motto of satsang is not to create a hospital, not to create a school or college or university. Our motto is to create people. If we are not creating proper people, what will be about the hospital or what will be about the university? Who will teach the university? Teach in the university. If his character is not good, everything will be spoiled after that. So, suppose we get initiated 100 doctors and 100 doctors stayed in 100 hospital, then every hospital belongs to Sisi Thakur. Suppose 100 professors get initiated, then 100 university becomes Sisi Thakur's university. Thakur has told to create us one university, but we are giving him thousands university by initiating 1,000 professors. That should be our motto. And love is the only factor. Only love. Love Sisi Thakur, love Sisi Acharya. You will get everything. You will not want anything more actually. And finally, I pray near Sisi Thakur for all your well-being and stay safe. Jai Guru.
Thank you, Dr. Naik. It was really heart-touching, Jajan, and like people like yourself who has gone through the training of neurosurgery, who understand brain a lot better than laymen like ourselves, and your experience to Sisi Thakur's, you could feel his presence is really kind of things that we know of, that his omnipresence is everywhere, and you have seen that in your life, which is really good example for all of us. And like in our life also, we have seen him and Acharya Sisi Dada in our dreams, or we have seen his direct guidance, which has helped us a lot. So some of us already have experienced it, but your experience as a scientist and especially a neuroscientist has affirmed our faith much more. That's why we need to do all this sadhu sangha all the time. So recently we have a mother here who saw Sisi Dada, and offering and giving her prasad as well, and I told her that, like it could be real, like we don't understand it, but that's the kind of things. He's everywhere. He's present everywhere. So maybe Popima, if you could just speak about your experience just for a couple of minutes, that would be really, really great. So Popima has not gone to Devghar as of yet, but she has seen Sisi Dada. So your experience, Popima.
Jai Guru Dada, Jai Guru everyone. Actually it was the day it was live from Devghar. What date it was? That you are mute.
I think 15th.
Okay, that was 15. So I saw him in on 14th of September. For the first time I saw him, the Acharya Sri Dada, he came to my house, and I'm shivering just right now. So and he told me he wanted to do prayer with us. Then it was a home temple, and I offered him a big chair for him, like he can sit down at the chair and he can do prayer with us. And there was a white blanket beside the chair. He was telling me, like, okay, put the blanket on the floor so I can sit and I'll do prayer with you. Like he was telling in Bengali, like না আমি কম্বলটা নিচে পেতে দে আমি ওখানে বসে প্রার্থনা করব. Then whatever he did, then I did it, and my husband was sitting down beside him. I was behind him, and we did prayer. It was on 14th of September, and on 15th of September, like immediate the next day, I saw him. Like, I was in Deoghar. I never been there. I was in Deoghar, and Shubhasda, actually, he went with us too, and me, my husband, my daughter, we went at Deoghar, and everyone was telling me it was the time of Sri Sri Dada's Bhog. So the situation was everyone was leaving because this is the time for Dada's Bhog. So it was noon. So so I saw that, like, Shubhasda, my husband, my daughter, they're going, but I didn't do. I just stood up over there, and I think whoever the lady, I think Pujani Amma or anyone, I couldn't remember, and she told me, "Do you want some prasad?" And I saw that Acharya Dada was having bhog, but I didn't see his face. So when the lady was offering me, like, "Do you want some prasad?" And I was just like, open my hand this way, and I told yes. And then I saw Acharya Dada was giving me prasad to her hand, and she gave it to me. It was a big rice ball, and I was just, then I realized, they actually, my husband and my daughter and Dada was living, but they left already, and they didn't get chance to have that prasad. But I was just having those prasad. Then I went to them and I told them, like, "Look, you didn't have the prasad. Look, I already had it. Why did you leave?" So they were like, "Okay." Shubhasda was telling me, "Oh, that's fine, because you're Dada's bhog time. That's why we leave." So that was that 2 days I dreamed him. The things like, I never been there in Deoghar. I didn't think about Sri Sri Dada a lot, but yeah, I did. I saw him in my dream. And Dada, you are asking me, you are giving me this chance today to talk about. Today is our special day. It is our anniversary, and it's 10th of anniversary. We are coming at double digit. So please, I am seeking blessing from all of you, and of course from Taco. Thank you.
Jai Guru Papima. That's wonderful, Jajan. And like we all, as I said, he's everywhere. His presence can be felt, like even though we are thousands of kilometers away, so we still feel his presence, even though some of you have not seen him in your own eyes, but you still see his presence in your whatever form it is. That's a great thing, and we are lucky to have him in our life. Like whenever we are in trouble, he's there for us. And Thakurji says that your call must reach me because I am sound. So when we enchant that holy name, that call reached him, and that's how we realize him everywhere. So that's the beauty of having him in our life. So Joy Guru, now I think we are coming to the end. May I ask Atolda, if you are there, please present a kirtan or bhajan for us. Atolda.
I don't know whether he has left or what, but.
Okay. So Chinmay, can I then request you now to do a Chodar Gan and then Jaradhe? Chinmay.
ধর্ম বলে নিজের বাঁচাবার অন্যে যোগান পায়। ধর্ম বলে তার নিজে বাঁচা বাড়ায় যাতে অন্যে যোগান পায়। অন্যে বাঁচায় নিজে থাকে ধর্ম বলে জানিস তাকে। অন্যে বাঁচায় নিজে থাকে ধর্ম বলে জানিস তাকে।
ভলিউমটা ঠিক মতো আসছে না চিন্ময়।
ধর্ম জানিস একই হয় ধর্মে জীবনে দীপ্ত রয়। ধর্ম জানিস একই হয়।
ভলিউমটা ঠিক করে করো।
সাউন্ড আসছে না একদম?
আসছিল, অল্প অল্প আসছে, অল্প অল্প চলে যাচ্ছে।
ও ধর্ম বলে তার নিজে বাঁচা বাড়ায় যাবে অন্যে যোগান পায়। ধর্ম বলে তার নিজে বাঁচা বাড়ায় যাবে অন্যে যোগান পায়। বাঁচায় নিজে থাকে ধর্ম বলে জানিস তাকে। অন্যে বাঁচায় নিজে থাকে ধর্ম বলে জানিস তাকে। ধর্মে জীবন দীপ্ত রয় ধর্ম জানিস একই হয়। ধর্মে জীবন দীপ্ত রয় ধর্ম জানিস একই হয়।
চিন্ময় তুমি মিউট হয়ে গেছো।
ধর্ম বলে তাই নিজে বাঁচা বাড়ায় যাতে অন্য যোগান পায়। জীবনটা তো কোলাহলী কোলাহল পেছনে ধায়। উড়িয়ে নে তুই অমর চলন চল ভেসে চল মলয় গায়। জীবনটা তো কোলাহলী কোলাহল পেছনে ধায়। উড়িয়ে নে তুই অমর চলন চল ভেসে চল মলয় গায়। জেনে শুনে বুঝে চলো কিসে কি বা হয়। ওই পথেতে চলতে থাকো করো জীবন জয়। জেনে শুনে বুঝে চলো কিসে কি বা হয়। ওই পথেতে চলতে থাকো করো জীবন জয়। যা করলে যা বাঁচা বাড়া সমন্বয়ে বেড়ে যায়। তাকে জানিস ধর্ম বলে ধর্ম থাকে আর কোথায়। যা করলে যা বাঁচা বাড়া সমন্বয়ে বেড়ে যায়। তাকে জানিস ধর্ম বলে ধর্ম থাকে আর কোথায়। ধর্ম বলে তাই নিজে বাঁচা বাড়ায় যাতে অন্য যোগান পায়। ধর্ম যতই ফুটবে তোমার নিষ্ঠা নীতি ব্যবহারে। প্রতিষ্ঠাও আসবে তেমনি পারবে না কো রুখতে তারে। ধর্ম যতই ফুটবে তোমার নিষ্ঠা নীতি ব্যবহারে। প্রতিষ্ঠাও আসবে তেমনি পারবে না কো রুখতে তারে। জীবন বাদের বাদ নিয়ে তুই অঢেল চলায় চলে রে চল। অমর জীবন পাওয়ার পথে রাখ নিয়ে সে জীবন বাদের বাদ নিয়ে তুই অঢেল চলায় চলে রে চল। অমর জীবন পাওয়ার পথে রাখ নিয়ে সে চলবে করবে দেবেও যেমন ইষ্ট দেবতায়। হবে পাবে থাকবেও তেমন প্রসাদ প্রেরণায়। চলবে করবে দেবেও যেমন ইষ্ট দেবতায়। হবে পাবে থাকবেও তেমন প্রসাদ প্রেরণায়, ওরে প্রসাদ প্রেরণায়। ধর্ম বলে তাই নিজে বাঁচা বাড়ায় যাতে অন্য যোগান পায়। ধর্ম বলে তাই নিজে বাঁচা বাড়ায় যাতে অন্য যোগান পায়, অন্য যোগান পায়, অন্য যোগান পায়।
আরো একটা করো, আরো একটা করো রাগানি,
আচ্ছা
তারপর জয়রাধে করে দিও।
পরের বিষয় ব্যবহার। দিন গেল রে এই বলে তো দেশে থাকলে চলবে না, ধরতে হবে করতে হবে যেমনটি তোর কামনা। দিন গেল রে এই বলে তো বসে থাকলে চলবে না, ধরতে হবে করতে হবে যেমনটি তোর কামনা। দিন গেল রে এই বলে তো পাওয়ার দিকে ঝোঁক দিলে তোর করার নেশা টুটবে, করার দিকে ঝোঁক দিলে তো আপনি পাপ ফুটবে। পাওয়ার দিকে ঝোঁক দিলে তোর করার নেশা টুটবে, করার দিকে ঝোঁক দিলে তো আপনি পাপ ফুটবে। লাখ ধান্দায় মনটি ব্যস্ত ইষ্ট ধান্দায় বইলি না, তবুও চাস বিধির দয়া মতিচ্ছন্ন বুঝলি না। লাখ ধান্দায় মনটি ব্যস্ত ইষ্ট ধান্দায় বইলি না, তবুও চাস বিধির দয়া মতিচ্ছন্ন বুঝলি না। দিন গেল এই বলে তো বসে থাকলে চলবে না, ধরতে হবে করতে হবে যেমনটি তোর কামনা। যাই ইচ্ছা তাই করবে তুমি তা কিন্তু চলবে না, ভালো ছাড়া মন্দ পরিস্থিতি ছাড়বে না। যাই ইচ্ছা তাই করবে তুমি তা কিন্তু চলবে না, ভালো ছাড়া মন্দ করবে পরিস্থিতি ছাড়বে না। পাওয়ার ধ্যান তুই যতই করিস করার তপটি বাদ দিয়ে, পাওয়ার আশা বন্ধা ততই নাকাল হবি খেদ নিয়ে। পাওয়ার ধ্যান তুই যতই করিস করার তপটি বাদ দিয়ে, পাওয়ার আশা বন্ধা ততই নাকাল হবি খেদ নিয়ে। ভালোবাসিস অনেক বলিস নির্দেশ মেনে চলিস না, ঠিকই জানিস প্রিয়কে তুই স্বার্থ ছাড়া মানিস না। ভালোবাসিস অনেক বলিস নির্দেশ মেনে চলিস না, ঠিকই জানিস প্রিয়কে তুই স্বার্থ ছাড়া মানিস না। দিন গেল রে এই বলে তোর বসে থাকলে চলবে না, ধরতে হবে করতে হবে যেমনটি তোর কামনা। দেবতার পায়ে মাথা ঠুকে থাকিতে চাষ বাগাতে মা, ঠাকুর কি তোর এতই বেকুব হ্যাঁ কি দেখেও নয় সমান, দেবতার পায়ে মাথা ঠুকে থাকিতে চাস বাগাতে মান। ঠাকুর কি তোর এতই বেকুব, হ্যাঁ কি দেখেও নয় সমান, ভবের ঘুঘু ভক্তি বাগিস কর্মহারা ধর্ম প্রাণ আজ ডুবিতে আস্থা শুধুই জাহান নামে তাহার স্থান। ভবের ঘুঘু ভক্তি বাগিস কর্মহারা ধর্ম প্রাণ আজ ডুবিতে আস্থা শুধুই জাহান নামে তাহার স্থান। শক্তি দিও করতে পারি তোমার সেবা বর্ধনা, কর্মহারা এ প্রার্থনায় লুকিয়ে আছে পারবো না। শক্তি দিও করতে পারি তোমার সেবা বর্ধনা, কর্মহারা এ প্রার্থনায় লুকিয়ে আছে পারবো না। দিন গেল রে এই বলে তো বসে থাকলে চলবে না, ধরতে হবে করতে হবে যেমন তোর কামনা। দিন গেল রে এই বলে তো।
খুব সুন্দর হয়েছে চিন্ময়, জয় রাধে।
জয় রাধে রাধে কৃষ্ণ গোবিন্দ গোবিন্দ বল রে, জয় রাধে রাধে কৃষ্ণ কৃষ্ণ গোবিন্দ গোবিন্দ বল রে, রাধে গোবিন্দ 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 বলে সদা ঠাকুরে। জয় রাধে রাধে কৃষ্ণ কৃষ্ণ গোবিন্দ গোবিন্দ বল রে, ছাড়ো রে মান কপট চাতুরে মদনে বল হরি হরি, হরি নাম পরম ব্রহ্ম জীবের ধর্ম ধর্ম কুকর্ম ছাড়ো রে। জয় রাধে রাধে কৃষ্ণ কৃষ্ণ গোবিন্দ গোবিন্দ বল রে, ছাড়ো রে মান ভবের আশা অজব নামে করো রে, রাধে গোবিন্দ নামটি বদরে লয়ে নয়নে সদা আসরে। জয় রাধে রাধে কৃষ্ণ কৃষ্ণ গোবিন্দ গোবিন্দ বল, রাধে গোবিন্দ 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 বলে সদা ঠাকুরে। জয় রাধে রাধে কৃষ্ণ কৃষ্ণ গোবিন্দ গোবিন্দ বল রে, ছাড়ে রে মান কপট চাতুরে মদনে বল হরি হরি, হরি বল 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 হরি বল। হরি নাম পরম ব্রহ্ম জীবের মূল ধর্ম ধর্ম কুকর্ম ছাড়ো রে। জয় রাধে রাধে কৃষ্ণ কৃষ্ণ গোবিন্দ গোবিন্দ বল রে, ছাড়ো রে মান ভবের আশা অজব নামে করো রে রাধাব 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 রাধাব। রাধে গোবিন্দ নামটি বদনে রয়ে নয়নের সদা ভাসরে। জয় রাধে রাধে কৃষ্ণ কৃষ্ণ গোবিন্দ গোবিন্দ বল রে, রাধে গোবিন্দ 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 বলে সদা ডাকরে। জয় রাধে রাধে কৃষ্ণ কৃষ্ণ গোবিন্দ গোবিন্দ বল রে, জয় রাধে রাধে কৃষ্ণ কৃষ্ণ গোবিন্দ গোবিন্দ বল রে।
বন্দে পুরুষোত্তমম বন্দে পুরুষোত্তমম
वन्दे पुरुषोत्तमम्
বন্দে পুরুষোত্তমম
वंदे पुरुषोत्तमम
परम प्रेममय परम दयाल श्री श्री ठाकुर अनुकूल चंद्र जी की
जय।
परम प्रेममय परम दयाल श्री श्री ठाकुर अनुकूल चंद्र जी की
जय।
परम प्रेममय परम दयाल श्री श्री ठाकुर अनुकूल चंद्र जी की
जय।
परमराधा जगत जननी श्री श्री बड़मा की
जय।
परमराधा जगत जननी श्री श्री बड़मा की
जय।
परमराधा जगत जननी श्री श्री बड़मा की
जय।
परम पूज्य पादो श्री श्री वरदा की
जय।
परम पूज्य पादो श्री श्री वरदा की
जय।
परम पूज्य पादो श्री श्री वरदा की
जय।
परम पूज्य पादो आचार्य देव श्री श्री दादा की
जय।
परम पूज्य पादो आचार्य देव श्री श्री दादा की
जय।
परम पूज्य पादो आचार्य देव श्री श्री दादा की
जय।
परम पूज्य पादो श्री श्री बाबा दादा की
जय।
परम पूज्य पादो श्री श्री बाबा दादा की
जय।
सत्संग की
जय।
सत्संग की
जय।
सत नाम की
जय।
सत नाम की
जय।
वंदे पुरुषोत्तमम
वंदे पुरुषोत्तमम
वंदे आर्य पितृम
वंदे आर्यपितृम
वंदे मातृवर्गन
वंदे मातृवर्गन
वंदे अहं कृष्टि दैवतम
वंदे अहं कृषि देवतम
वंदे पुरुषोत्तमम
वंदे पुरुषोत्तमम
परम प्रेममय परम दयाल श्री श्री ठाकुर अनुकूल चंद्र जी की
जय।
जय जय गुरु সকলকে